Well, guys, I didn't realize that I had not even done an audio recording for you all. Maybe I've sent an email audio since my accident that happened February 28th. So you've noticed that I haven't had much way to grade. I did try to post some of the quiz grades yesterday with my cast on, and it takes forever. So Tuesday, I do get my cast off Tuesday morning, so I will try in the next week. I've got a lot, tons to grade, but I will try to get that done for you all. And so I did want to go over a couple things, kind of where everybody should be, because this was a totally online course. Therefore, there was really no lag time after spring break like there was with the other courses. So I just wanted to confirm that everybody's doing the content calendar along, because it doesn't post until the last week of the semester, and that you're working through Mimic Social. But then you'll notice also up at the top, I had you set up your personal Twitter and LinkedIn, and those are the only two personal accounts that you should be working with. The rest of the social media accounts are all within Mimic Social with that business that Mimic Social uses. Now, your Twitter and LinkedIn, I want to see that you've been adding some tweets according to what the chapter told you to do, and set up your LinkedIn so that you'll be marketable when you get finished in the job market. That's the most important social media tool you have. But you have chapters that you need to refer to, because at the end I have you give me the actual links so I can friend you on Twitter and LinkedIn, or I'm sorry, follow you on Twitter and LinkedIn. And that way I can see at the end, but I'm not interested in doing that until the end, because you were supposed to post a screenshot of what it looked like at the beginning of the semester. So if you haven't done that, go ahead and do that at this time. There's a right here where it says personal brand worksheet audit, or the personal brand worksheet if you posted it there. Either one of those will work. But this audit, some people may have been confused on, is where you go into Google and type in your name and then screenshot what shows up. And then if there's extra sessions that you want to do for bonus, please put those in here. I know some of you have put them in the chapter area, and it's a little more difficult for me to grade that way. But the expert sessions that are required in a chapter, like if the chapter is worth more than 10 or 12 points, then that means there was an expert session required. Like this one, like chapter 4 is 22 points. So there was an expert session required there. Be sure that you do this is a discussion, and do it at any time, even if it's past time. Most everyone, I think, Tay was one that I didn't see that had done the Hootsuite platform training. That's worth 20 points. So let me see down here, something I wanted. These are discussions. That's what this is. This is not something that should be removed. Now, this week, last week, you should have done chapters 12 and 13, which were on influencer marketing, and therefore there's a part in Mimic Social where you start using the influencer marketers. So now, you should be doing that now, and that's what this social marketing, let me look at this. This is an assignment that goes with Mimic Social. So it's after chapter 12. This assignment is in chapter 12. Walk through the steps as explained in chapter 12 to create this assignment. Use the photo contest assignment listed in Stukent after section 4 in chapter 12. At the end of the semester, you will complete the following for this assignment in a written report. So these are the things you should have already started the photo contest campaign. If you didn't, start it for this week and do it for a week. And then you will address these 3 items in a written report. And there's not ever a certain length of time, just so you successfully address these 3 items, and refer to chapter 12 for how to do that. Now that's something that actually you should have completed if you were sticking with these dates last week. But I know with all the things going on, um, you know, y'all probably got behind, and also with no feedback from me, that makes it tough. So anytime you can, go ahead and get this portion done from last week. And of course, you're not required to actually submit that report. So if you do the photo contest campaign over a longer period of time, which I think it does have you do that now that I think of it, you put it in then, and then maybe it goes to the end of Mimic Social, what date I have that set up to end. Then you will be doing for this week, starting the 31st, chapter 11, which will talk about blogs. And so you have an assignment here on the blog, and you'll notice it's not due till the end of the semester, but it is worth 40 points. So it's in that same category with your Hootsuite assignment. But here you have a couple of options. So after you read chapter 11, you'll understand, I know most of you probably written blogs, you do social media, but you have an option to do the blog, to write a BuzzFeed article, and it tells you what that is if you're not aware of what BuzzFeed is. So you have those 2 options, and you can choose one of them. You don't have to do them both. This also is really good because you'll need to remember this if you actually get into web design for anyone, because this tells you how to build a niche website. There's not anything you are required to do here. This is just some extra resources for you. Okay, so the rest of this week, there's your assignments for this week, which are chapters 11 and 12. And actually, I'm sorry, yes, 13, 12 and 13 were last week. So those should be completed. 11 is for this week. So that gives you a little bit of time to get caught up. Be sure and look at those quizzes. Like this quiz, there's no expert sessions required. You can tell by the 10 points. Same with 12. 13 does have an expert session required. So the other expert sessions that you decide to do, you will post in that one place that I told you above. Then the only other assignment other than the quizzes or the chapter quizzes, actually, I think, okay, I took this one off. So you actually only have these chapters left, and I don't have you do this assignment. You won't even see it, or this one. So this is just in my mind. And then this is where you submit your content calendar at the end of the semester. And then actually the final exam will be available May 13th, and it'll be over the remainder of the chapters that the midterm was not over. And then this, you'll notice, is a big portion of your final exam, where in Mimic Social, this company, Bowie Supply Company, there's some things that you follow here, this assignment. See if I can get it open. But we do have another month and a half for this. So I'll talk about it another time. Let me get this posted for you, and hopefully this helps. Let me know if you want to schedule a Zoom meeting on your individually, and I'll be happy to do that.